Hello everyone, myself Sunil Shinde, and today's my video topic is uh, what is the checked exception and unchecked exception. And today's date is 8th of November, and let's discuss about today's topic. What is going to topic we have to discuss about what it contains and what is the main purpose of checked exception and unchecked exception. It is the processing in the exception handling occurs, which means exception handling, which means handle exception handle is one of the most powerful mechanism to maintain or occurs to maintain the errors during the runtime, which means our program executing or while program running or executable. That time errors, some errors are through error are displays. That time you have to handle that errors or handle that exceptions. That why exception handling purpose is used. Why it is used to maintain our program to execute proper way or proper propaganda, which means if the errors during come in program execution time, there will be lots of problem to face. That's why exception handling helps us out from there to handle the errors or handle the exception during the program. And there are two types to handle the exception or check the exception, which means first one is the check the exception and second one is the unchecked exception. We will discuss about that one by one. First of all is the checked exception. What is meant by checked exception? Checked exception occurs during the compile time of program, compilation of program, which means it's called as compile time exception or checked exception, which means compiler does the check exception during the compilation. If you write the program and compiler check the exception, but it does not display the exception, it handle we have to handle the exception by using try catch block, which means it ignores that exception, but it will be give us output as what is the exception throw, and it use the main exception class, inherits the exception class. All the exception it will be throw such like file not found, array index of founds, which means if you for example if you input the data as like if you have to read the data from a file, you have to use file reader class. Then if the file is does not present, it will be throw as file not found exception. It is the checked exception. The compiler knows the file does not file that compiler doesn't display the exception at time, but when you execute the program, it will be displays the file not found exception. And another example is array. If you initially declare the array size of 10, and if you are going to search at till 11th element, 11th element does not get, because our array is first of all 10 size. Then how it possible to get 11th element or minus element, because it does not contain the minus element. That's why it's displays the array index of bound exception. This is a two type mains, mainly and there is a such a null pointer exception and input output exception and etc. And the second one is the unchecked exception. Unchecked exception, which means the exception occurs during the execution of program. It will be properly execute our program, and then it will be give as exception what is the wrong in our program, what is the exception in the program occurs, which means arithmetic extraction or number format exception, and some other exception it will be occurs. But what is the main purpose to occurs this exception? Because whenever program type programs or type of code, that time it will be by mistakenly we are going to type we are by mistakenly typing that syntax error, invalid arguments, mismatch input output. That time it will be doesn't display to ours the exception, but while you are going to execute the program, it will be display the unchecked expression, which means it does not affect the program, but it will be affect while giving it output, and it will be display the exception all the programs done. That it's called unchecked exception. The main difference between is that we can handle the check exception, because we knows that the checked exception are occurs. It will be 100% occurs, and we have to easily handle to within a try catch block, because we have to know that exception will be occur, and that will be happen, and we have that blocks to handle the exception. But unchecked exception can't handle, because it will be user's defect, and it will be displayed as output. Then we have to didn't get clue the handle the exceptions, and it will be this is today's topic, and thank you.